I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
What's up, Fever Nation? YouTube. I've been wrestling with this Ari McDonald signing, no signing, can't sign her, should we sign her? We may not be able to sign her. Think about this. You have a player sitting at home waiting on a phone call. You have a team. 2 players go down. You need to fulfill these roster spots, i.e. the hardship contract comes into place. Ari McDonald gets a call. She comes in under the hardship contract agreement. But guess what happens? They gel. They have chemistry. She's a good fit for the roster. What do you do next? Well, under the hardship agreement, there are 2 options. And those options are, let's read it together. Waive a player on an unprotected contract. To create a roster spot and potentially sign the hardship player to a standard contract, a team could waive a player who is on an unprotected contract. Option 2, wait 10 days and re-sign. Alternatively, the team could wait 10 days after the hardship contract ends before re-signing the player to a standard contract, assuming they have an available roster spot and salary cap space. So now you say, what's the issue? Well, the issue is a couple of things, or 3 perhaps. One being the league, the WNBA, Kathy Englebert, the commissioner, does not want to see this roster improve. They already have Caitlin Clark. Why would you want to bring in Ari McDonald, who only fits well with your roster, and it seems to be a even better locker room influence as a veteran? You know why Kathy Englebert and the front office does not want that? Because if the Fever starts winning games, they will start getting more media attention, which will take away media attention from the rest of the league like it did last season. And that is a problem for the WNBA front office and the commissioner. The commissioner has devoted this season to giving exposure to the rest of the teams in the WNBA. If you remember last season when the owner expressed her disdain for this magazine company who wanted Caitlin Clark as the cover.
It has taken the WNBA almost 28 years to get to the point where we are now. And this year, something clicked with the WNBA, and it's because of the draft of the players that came in. It's just not Caitlin Clark, it's Reese. We have so much talent out there that has been unrecognized. And I don't think we can just pin it on one player.
There has been, this phrase has been couched, hasn't it? The Caitlin Clark effect. Why do you think that has been the case?
Well, I want to be very diplomatic about this. It's just the structure of the way media plays out race. I'm going to be very honest. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented, and they never got the recognition that they should have. And I think right now, it is time for that to happen. So last night, we read Time magazine where Caitlin Clark was named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA on that cover and said, the WNBA is the league of the year because of all the talent that we have? Because when you just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings. And so now you're starting to hear stories of racism within the WNBA, and I don't want to hear that. We have got to operate and become stronger as a league and respect everybody that's playing and their talents.
I'm sorry, that was Mystics owner Sheila Johnson in an interview who was expressing her disdain for Caitlin Clark for Time magazine. And Time magazine has done a lot of covers in their entire existence. And obviously Caitlin Clark made the cover of this magazine, and she didn't like that. But I want you to pay attention to what she just said. She wanted to see the entire league and the rest of the players get exposure, not just Caitlin Clark. And that's what you see playing out in this 2025 WNBA season, and Kathy Englebert is leading the parade. Say, look at what they're allowing Dejanay Carrington to get away with. Look at the style of play Dejanay Carrington has brought to the WNBA this season. And this is acceptable? This is how Kathy Englebert wants to promote the rest of the WNBA? Are you serious? It has been clear to me, if it's not clear to you, YouTube, Fever Nation, that the WNBA commissioner has devoted this entire season to promoting other teams in the WNBA, team by team, player by player, if necessary. They are trying to literally and figuratively drown out the fever in any way they can. And moreover, Caitlin Clark. The sentiment Sheila Johnson expressed in that interview is the reason why the WNBA commissioner, Kathy Englebert, is allowing players to defend Caitlin Clark more aggressively this season. This is why some of the calls have been ignored. Now, whether it led to her injury, we will never know. She said it may have happened in a game. We don't know when it happened or how it happened, but we know she is sitting out at the moment. So, moving forward, understand, this is from the top down, this Caitlin Clark agenda. They're out to try and eliminate the Caitlin Clark effect. Something this girl, she has nothing to do other than her play on the floor. She has nothing to do with how people respond to her in the media, these businesses, Time Magazine, fans, her fan base, the fan base she's brought to the entire WNBA. I need y'all to understand something. Caitlin Clark has brought an entire new fan base to the WNBA. Some may have been returners, but for the most part, the lion's share of her fan base are new fans to the WNBA. And it is larger than the original fan base of the WNBA for 40 plus years. And this is why she's getting the exposure. This is why markets and businesses are attracted to Caitlin Clark. They want her market that she brings to the table. Her game is just the precursor. What she does on the floor is just a precursor for the attention that she gets. It's not her fault. She's knocking down the shots from the logo. It's not her fault. She is a almost borderline complete basketball player. Complete passing is top rate. Shooting on most nights when she's allowed to play her game is top rate. This is what people want to see. This is what the WNBA should be trying to promote, but they don't want to do it at the expense of other teams and other players. And the owners feel this way, which makes the commissioner feel that way. Because remember, I told you in another video, the commissioner's job, although she hadn't done a great job of it, is to make sure the owners are profitable. Well, we know how that story ends, but that's her job. The commissioner represents the owners. In this case, Kathy Englebert is listening to the Sheila Johnsons of the owners in the league, which I'm sure in their closed-door meetings, they're saying pretty much the same thing behind closed doors. And so when you see the officials ignore calls, and you can see some of the other players. Kelsey Plum was complaining about officiating this season. So when you see that, I want you to understand where it is coming from. It's nothing you can do about it, Fever Nation. It's nothing you can do about it, Caitlin Clark fan base. It's nothing you can do about it. This is the agenda, in my opinion, humble opinion, allegedly, that I think is what is going on. So that's all I have for you right now. Please subscribe, like, share, and give me a comment and let me know what you think about this. Am I reaching? Is this a stretch? Do y'all see something to it? Or is it just me in my tinfoil hat mode again? I'm out.